Okay, Brentwood, we're gonna let you know what the deal is on, the Harabai code and more of the compound combination areas, and that's pretty much part of the key terms of EcoLeaf Mega Platform as we build more synonyms and symbols and different types of seminars for those types of moguls at the time. So it's pretty much where they build their characteristic on whether it's Harry Potter or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or any of those other science fiction books that you know of. So that's pretty much what we're talking about that as well. So that's pretty much what we're using our review repost, and being able to use 2009 with 2018, and being able to use more of that conference of what a good lifestyle we'd had in the movie series is today. So it's pretty much using more of 2009 to 2012 to promote more for that good stuff. And it's pretty much where we watched a good collaboration of good movies in the past to make us feel as absolutely right as we need to at the end of the day. So that's pretty much what we want to know. Other than that, we are focused with PFG collaborated ratios, and that's pretty much produced through Jackson Hill Hugo with at least 98,835.95 cent in bill statements. So it's pretty much to use it for bill statements. You able to transfer from Jackson Hewitt Hugo to that company there, and that's pretty much where we're using that to promote transitions to what updates we're at, with the group exchange of 95%, 85%, 35%, 45%, 85%, 75%, 89%, 95%, 99%, being able to look at the ranges of those points at the time. So it's pretty much we're using 89 routes, 25 routes, 75 routes to promote more for that good stuff. So other than that, we are working with the Harabai code, and what the Harabai code is as far as meaning 3 gallons from 3 quarts to 3 rights, being able to know more about the lawful county of the area. And that's part of the big reserves that come out of capital reserves at the time. So that's pretty much a big caption that the Capitol talks about, in 1875 to 2995. And it's pretty much a big topic in 2045 that we talk about in CNN and ESPN and MSN. So that's pretty much what we want to be able to talk about that good stuff. So that's a big part of Eco Herb 747 as we bring up more of those contents. And it's better if we use our own components to build a better image, intuitively and navigationally, or intuitively and using our coordination as well. So that's just using the whole country of a state at the time, of a combined like terms, GDP, or even in that area. So that's pretty much using 1937 to 2037 and going all the way up to 2389 at the time, going from 2023 to 2089 at the time. So that's pretty much where you're using different PFG collaborated details to promote more for T-Mobile Stretch and Southern Link Agriculture. So that's pretty much where you're using your own Tarleton State, your own San Angelo State, or your own Lamar State at the time. So that's pretty much where you're using your co-applicants of where you make more you make more applicants for what you like to do at your corporate order at the time. So that's pretty much using resistance is using resistance, and being able to use more of a repellent visual of a district captain at the time. So I was pretty much looking at Reagan, Crockett, and Travis as a district captain at the time. So I was pretty much working on not just 3 buses, not just 3, 4, 5 buses. I mean, not just 3 buses, not just 9 buses, but 3, 4, 5 buses. So I was pretty much working with that, more commonly on the bus route. So that's pretty much what we've been talking about since 2009 to 2012, is who gets on a bus and who goes where. So that's pretty much what we've been talking about, majorly as well. But at the meantime, we've been talking about who rides the charter bus. That's pretty much where we've been talking about getting more embedded with the charter bus at the time. So it's 1987 to 2027. Everybody rides the charter bus. Everybody gets on the charter bus. Everybody goes from 2027 to 2038 on the charter bus. So that's pretty much just getting up out the house and getting up where you got to go. As you find 38 people, 98 people, 78 people to support your residential houses for red, green, and yellow tax purposes at the time, as you pay $600, $800, $900 for them, during your 60-month trial at the time. So whatever I'm doing is, I'm being able to add different common aspects that come on daily balances, and I add a semester term to them. So to where if you're not being able to agree to that 6 weeks, that third 6 weeks grade, or to that that midterm exam, that's pretty much where you're gonna be able to dismiss your profile at that time. So it's just being able to know more about intermediate skill level of where you're being able to promote your details. So that's working with 1885, 1945, 2025, which is high out of jurisdiction, violation of jurisdiction at the time. So that's pretty much working with 1875 to 1995, and being able to deal with more of process of elimination of Articles of Confederation at the time, a Bill of Rights. Well, that's pretty much saying that person would do that every time of the day. And you not think of, not one example that will clarify their mind at the time. So, it's pretty much, void content at the time. So, it's pretty much where you're using 1875 with 2025 and, being able to execute a deal on it. So, that's going to happen 87 times, 75 times, 25 times, 49 times, especially after 2019. That's pretty much where you're going to, as far as that being a 3.1 on the Articles of Federation, Bill of Rights, and process of elimination of separation of powers. That's pretty much where that goes at the time. So, that's pretty much working with, Elizabeth Ney and Northwest and Big Stacy, and, being able to configure their arguments of, at least 38,000 situations that happen every day of the year. So that's pretty much working with 38,000 different situations on J.G. Wentworth, Jackson Hewitt, Hugo, and Google Docs. So that's pretty much working with at least 38 different situations that happen the same time, the same place, the same everywhere. And that's pretty much where you're using at least 338,000 ingredients to promote more for 2008 to 2022. So it's pretty much working with 2020 to 2048, and understanding more about 1820 to 1889 at the time of separation of powers, and of that good stuff. So all in all, that's working out 87 miles, 98 miles, 68 miles, And it's going from Brenham to Waco to Lubbock to Smithville, and that's pretty much what we're using more distance and collaboration with 375 different members that annotate and idolize the stuff that they need to know of 38,898 different software data chips. So it's pretty much being able to know more about Lay's potato chips and being able to produce it for yourself at that time. So it's the bad part is when you didn't have the chips, but the good part is when you have the chips and you have the cash to pay for it. So that's pretty much what Enterprise Mogul do for you for that living. So that's pretty much where you're using 38 million every hour that you speak of after 2022. So that's pretty much how you get more veiled with purple, green, and yellow formations of $30 million investments at the time. So that's pretty much working with white, purple, and green emphasis, and being able to make more of investment towards being able to make more of an investment toward positive placements at the time. So that's pretty much where I do as a district coordinator, and being able to be more part of the inventory specialist at Mr. Catfish and More. You're working with at least 375 different locations in the district. So it's pretty much working with David Lott, my dad's, and my dad's industry, and it's pretty much working with his destiny, for at least 375 centuries. So it's pretty much as long as it stands, as long as we make a propelled benefit, all around for the consumers, for the merchants, for the passengers, everybody around, the local state. That's pretty much where you want to be able to leave more of a good intent for everybody to know after 37 years, 37 months, 12 years, 68 years, 18 years, 12 years. And, it's pretty much where you're just being able to reference, more of the compound combination that you simulate, more towards your advertisement. So that's pretty much working with advertisement details on EcoHerb 747. So that's pretty much where we're being able to use more of advertisements for Mr. Catfish and More, and being able to use that with MSN and Comcast Grid is pretty much where you get more of an intuitive performance. So that's pretty much where you get more of the general management population in 1937 to 2087. So that's pretty much where we're working with more decency of that's getting more decency of how to perform a greater essence of 1885 to 1975. So that's pretty much using more of how to use more decency of 1937 to 2023 from 1987. So that's pretty much where we trying to be able to. We was actually, when we was little, we was trying to get out of here 2020 2003 to 2013. So that's pretty much a long time from there. We've been able trying to get out of here 2018. That whole season to the whole year. That's coming from March to December of 2018. So that's pretty much working with high country and those details as well. So that's pretty much going from Brazos County to Caldwell County at the time. So that's pretty much purple, red, and green as we work with YouTube and Comcast and Vivo, YouTube, Comcast, and Vivo. So that's at least working with 30 acres, 75 acres, and 45 acres of premium videos of at least 375 different counties of state. That's working with 375 state. That's pretty much where you're working with 3 different color coverages. So, you know, it's working with purple, green, and orange color coverages, and, you know, being able to use more of the prominent plural meaning of the details. So, you know, that's pretty much what my mogul represents, more production, more mass production at the time. So, you know, that's pretty much what Mr. Catfish and More represents as well. So, you know, that's pretty much where we use those as Catfish Industries, or, you know, in Catfish Interscopes. You know, we're using, you know, more of that multi-production precision at the time. So instead of making 37 catfish, you make 377 catfish in 4 hours instead of 1 hour. So, you know, you be able to have, you know, the ability to have a bonus benefit of what you need at the time. So, you know, that's pretty much where, you know, my specialty takes place as a district coordinator, and, you know, even more towards a inventory specialist at the time. So, you know, it's pretty much working with 39 hours, 89 hours, 95 hours. And, you know, the thing about it is it only takes about 475 weeks to complete. So, you know, that's at least working with 16 months of visibility, you know, working with, you know, at least, you know, the whole state of revelation at the time. So, you know, that's pretty much where we would be able to, you know, either serve a each-share benefit at some time. You know, that's at least working with at least 2772. That's at least working with 2772 pension code. So, you know, that's pretty much where we're working with at least that much, and, you know, being able to make different references with it is pretty much what we want to be able to do at the end of the day. So, you know, that's pretty much making deals that are complete and satisfactory of its intelligence, just because, you know, it's a lot of money, and we want to be able to use it in a primary way that sufficientates the character, you know, prominent with its Bill of Rights, with its Declaration of Independence, with its process of elimination of separation of power at the end of the day. So, you know, it's pretty much what we want to be able to use, you know, in the end of the day. So, you know, it's pretty much where we're using more of decency to promote more of that good stuff. So, you know, it's pretty much where we wanted to promote that good stuff. So, you know, it's pretty much what we needed.